Hey class, Absolute 5 here, and today we're going to continue on with decimals. So we're going to talk about how to round decimals, how to add them, and how to subtract them. So let's get right into this. So what you want to do with rounding decimals is this. When you're rounding decimals, it's similar to like rounding whole numbers. So let's say I have 16.491 and I want to round to the nearest hundreds. If you remember, hundreds are here because that means then we know hundreds is right there. So knowing this, it should go without saying that we look to the number to our right and see, is it 5 or bigger? If it's not 5 or bigger, we keep the digits as they are and then replace every number to the right of the 9 by 0. Or you just simply put this as 16.49 as your answer. So again, I'll write it down real quick. Pretty much rounding numbers, you're basically going to do this. Again, you locate the digit to the right. 2, if the digit is 5, add more space there. If it's 5 or greater, let me erase that real quick, or greater. If it's 5 or greater, you add 1 to the digit in the given, in the given place value. Go down, and you drop all the digits to its right. Again, otherwise drop all its digits to the right of the given place value. Okay. So let's say I got 0. Well, not 0. Let's do something else. Not 0. Let's say I had 13.567 and I want to round to the nearest tens. So what does that mean is that I'm looking at this number here, the 5. So when I look to my right, that number, if it's 5 or greater, if it's 5 or greater, then I add 1. So I'm going to add 1 to this 5 here. So it becomes 13.6, and then the rest of the numbers is going to be replaced by zeros. Or if not, we just drop all the zeros by together. It becomes 13.6. So you can do it 13.600, or you just put it as 13.6 as your answer. Very simple. All right, now let's talk about adding decimals. So the key idea is you want to line up your decimals vertically, perfectly straight, because if you don't, you're going to make a big mistake. So like for example, like if I were to have given you 23.85 plus 1.604, If you were to add these horizontally, you're likely to make a mistake. So clearly you want to do this. You want to make sure everything is lined up perfectly. Sorry. So let's say I gave you 20, so it's 23.85 plus 1.604. You want to be able to add a 0 here that's missing for the 23.85. You add a 0 there, and you add vertically. So then I have 4, 5, 8, and 6 is 14. So when you get here, you want to put your decimal point there. So 1 and 3 is 4, and one more is 5, 2. So that will be your answer there. So let's write it out in detail real quick how to do this. So, and this is for addition and subtraction. So adding and subtracting decimals. So the key point is you want to just have them lined up. I'm just adding more space to me. Okay. So let's see, let's write it out. What does it mean? You first have to write, sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. Write the decimals. I didn't write that. Write the decimals so that the decimal points line up vertically. And then 2, you sorry, my voice is like dead today, sorry. And 2, you add subtract as with whole numbers. And the third step, place the decimal point in the sum or, I'm trying to erase that, in the sum or difference so that it lines up so that it lines up vertically with the decimal points in the place values. Yes. So I know that's a lot to say, but so this is what we did already so far. So, sorry. So we started with rounding numbers here. So there's that. Then when we're adding them, this is the whole thing you want to do with adding decimals. You want to make sure you did exactly what I did. You want to do exactly what the example I gave you, where it says, you want to just make sure that you add up the digits, you make sure you place everything correctly, and then and everything's there for you to utilize. Okay, next page. Let's subtract. Let's say I gave you 46.013 minus 11.21. So we can clearly see that this place value doesn't have a thousands place. It only has tens, hundreds, but no thousands. So what I think I'm going to add? 0. So now I'm going to subtract like normal. So 3 minus 0, 3. 1 minus 1, 0. So now here I have to borrow 1 from this 6 because then I have a 5 and then this becomes 10. 10 minus 2 gives me 8. and then I make sure I add the place value, which is the third step, but you want to make sure, since everything is lined up perfectly, everything is this way you don't misplace the decimal point. And then you have 5 minus 1, which is 4, and then you have 4 minus 1 is 3. So adding and subtracting decimals aren't bad at all. You just have to they're just like regular whole numbers. You just have to just keep practicing and make sure everything is, done carefully. That's all. So that's the lesson for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Mash that bell button for more content. And I would, brief announcement, YouTube has made this whole new rule about the partner program that I think you guys should check it out. Check out the terms and agreement for new YouTubers. So if I were you, check that out if you haven't checked it out already. So I would just say, for me, if you want to help support me, please donate to my PayPal. That's 0@gmail.com. Donate even $1 or anything, doesn't matter, because like the terms, the new terms there, you definitely want to check it out. It hurts new channels like myself, and I'm doing math, and I feel that for my channel to just die for no reason, I think it'll be a shame. So anyway, I just had to insert that in real quick. So if you have any questions or comments, leave me the comments down below. This has been Absolute 5. I'm Roger Palomino. Math is infinite because there are infinitely many possibilities. And remember, don't hate, calculate. Just calculate. All right.